Hi everyone, welcome to the Simple Art at Home Summer Camp Art Series with me, Laura Houston. Get your art supplies ready because together we will get creative, learn about art, and have some fun along the way. I'll meet you at the art table. So today we are going to be drawing some very silly birds with very long and wiggly legs. And this lesson is called Dali Inspired Birds after Salvador Dali. As you can see, my paper is 6 inches wide. Yours can be about this. It doesn't have to be exact. And it's very long. I think this is 18-inch long paper. It's so long it doesn't even fit in my computer screen. So this is totally whimsical and fun and silly, and there's no wrong way to do this. So we're going to start by drawing a very simple bird. And I'm going to use the top part of the page to draw the body of the bird. And you can draw your bird however you want to. I'm just kind of showing a suggestion. So I'm creating a curve like this that could be the head. Then I'm just going to kind of round out a body like this, and I'm just sketching with my pencil. I'll go back over it with black pen so you can see it better. Just kind of doing, I'm gonna make a little chubby bird. And I think for his tail, you can do the tail any way you want. I'm just going to do 3 shapes like this that might look like feathers. And then I'm going to do a side wing feather, kind of in the shape. It's almost like a heart, but it's going to have three curves to it. So something like 1, 2, 3. So why don't I take my pen before I go any further and show you this. So we're just going to show his head is going to be something like this. And as I said before, these are silly birds. They don't have to be perfectly drawn. You can just draw them as large circles. I'll show you how to do that in a moment. This could be a tail. And then we'll do a wing on the side. And then, of course, he needs a beak. So let's first put an eye here. So I'm just going to use like a black dot for an eye. And then for his beak, it'll just kind of come out about right here, like a triangle, like a sideways triangle. And I'll just maybe use a thinner pen there to show that line. Okay, now here's the part that you're not going to believe. I told you before, they're going to have silly, crazy legs. So I am going to take my pen, and then you can do wiggly legs, you can do loop-de-loops in the legs, you can draw knees, whatever you want to do. We're going to do really long, silly, wiggly legs. And I'm going to take this all the way down. Let me move my paper up so you can see the tip. And we're going to stop about right here because I want to leave a little bit of space. And you could do feet any way that you want, any silly little tiny bird feet. And I'm going to make another leg that matches. I'm just going to go make it wiggly and crazy and fun. And little feet. Let me hold this up closer so you can see how I did those feet. I just did like 3 little lines that are shaped like a V. All right. Now, when it comes to decorating this, you can decorate your bird with any colors that you want to. You could add stripes to your bird or polka dots or hearts or anything. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw some circles and like some dots on my bird and make him silly and fun. And I think I'll make the dots different sizes, and I'm going to show some kind of going off the edge of the paper because this is just supposed to be whimsical and fun and unbelievable. It's not supposed to be real at all. Oh, let's put something up on his head, like some little, almost like they'd be little feathers or little wispy things coming off of his head. I think that's really cute. Okay. I can't wait to color him in. If you want to, you can put, you know, some stripes on the feathers. That might be fun, some little lines. And maybe down here where he's standing, I think I want to draw, like right now it looks like he's floating. So I think I want to draw a horizon line, something like this maybe, going across right here. And maybe I can even show like, you know, like some little hills or something off in the distance to make it seem interesting. And we can put maybe some grass here or some pebbles or something, like some grass around our bird's feet. And wouldn't it be fun if maybe we showed the silhouettes of some more birds off in the distance? Like this is the land of tall, silly birds. And the way that you do that is we're just going to color them in dark. So basically I'm just going to draw a really small body shape like this, and I'm going to put a recognizable beak on it and maybe something that could look like a tail. And I'm going to color it in. And then let's put these little wiggly legs. And so it looks like there's another one way off in the background. Why don't we do another one too? Oh wait, let's put the thing on his head, the feathers. Let's do another one. So it's like, so somebody looks at our drawing and says, oh, it's the land of crazy birds. Do another one here. And just make some more wiggly legs like that. There. So how fun. And maybe, let's see, before, why don't we put some clouds around him? So up in the sky. So the way that you can draw a cloud is draw a straight line like this. Okay, the bottom of the cloud will be straight, and then just start going curve, curve, and curve. And it goes off the page. And maybe we want to draw another cloud on this side, going off the page this way. I think it's more interesting that way. Curve and curve. We could even draw a little cloud down here, kind of going off the page a bit. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with this bird. I want to show you one more idea. So if you wanted to draw your bird a little differently, you could make his body, let's see, you could draw like a circle for a body. Isn't that funny? And just put a beak on the front of the circle. You could draw silly eyes like this. And maybe a feather on the side, or a wing. And then you could draw a crazy tail. And you could do those things on the top, little feathers. So you can make birds anyway. And then you could have the long legs coming out like that. Doesn't have to be exactly like mine. Maybe, you know, you want to draw your bird facing the other direction. You can do that too. Let's try a different body shape. It's just silly. I'll just kind of put a head here and maybe something long and skinny like that. And we could put the beak going that way. And maybe we make an eye like this. And let's see, maybe we make the wing kind of going back like that and some feathers sticking up. And maybe this bird is going to have little hearts all over him. See that? And maybe this guy is going to have stripes. This is like the land of, he almost looks like a fish, doesn't he? He's like a fish bird now that I put those stripes on there. Maybe you want to put little eyelashes on your bird. That's cute. Okay, so those are just other examples, but you want the legs to go all the way down. Like the main part of this are these really long, crazy legs. I'll leave these up here while I'm painting so that you can still look at those if those interest you. And like I said, I'm only offering suggestions. It does not have to look like that. So I have some paints here. And before I start painting, I'm gonna do something kind of fun with these clouds. I want to do a thick crayon look because I think I kind of like that look sometimes of mixing the wax crayon with watercolors. So you don't have to paint yours if you're using crayons for your whole project. That's fine. There. Okay. So let's paint our birds next. Okay. Ooh, I get to choose any color that I want for my bird. I think I want the background of his body to be purple. I don't know if there are purple birds in the wild. I'm sure there are, actually, especially in more tropical rainforesty places. Especially when I think of parrots. They come in all kinds of beautiful colors. But in my house, in my backyard, I don't really see too many purple birds. Yeah, and you know, the whole point of this is to make this as colorful and silly, and you can make this unique. You can make the birds however you want. And it's just meant to be fun, just completely fun and colorful. If you're using watercolors, especially if I'm just using the same construction paper that you have, usually the watercolors will dry lighter, but that's okay. And you don't want to use too much water because if you do, the paper can rip. But that's okay, it's still going to look beautiful once it dries. I think I will put some orange in our bird's beak. There we go. I like that color combination. And for his tail, oh, I'm gonna use, let's see. I'm gonna use some blue here. There we go. And why don't I use, yeah, I think I'm gonna keep using some blue, some different blues with his tail. There we go. And when it comes to the clouds, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm just going to draw a little darkness down there. I'm just using some black, which comes out gray. Oh, I forgot to outline this cloud, didn't I? Forgot about this guy. A little bit of darkness right there, some shading just to make the cloud interesting. Okay, and let's see, for his other wing, I might add, I'm gonna put green. It's like a blue-green color here because I want my bird to be very colorful and fun because he lives in this land of wiggly, silly, long-legged birds. And I think I will use some yellow for these dots, these circles on his body. Okay, and let's see, for the ground down here, I'm gonna use some green for this ground that he's on. Right here. But you know, if this is your land of crazy birds, maybe you want to make the ground, I don't know, pink, or it could be any color that you want to. And I'm not going to be too careful to hit to like completely fill it in with color. See how I'm just kind of putting green in certain parts of the page, and I'm leaving some parts just paper, and that's okay. It's gonna still look good. Just lightly coloring it with green. When it dries, it'll look nice. Okay, so as far as the background goes, I wanna use some really fun colors. I'm gonna start with like red, orange, and then kind of move up to yellow. And I'm gonna curve it. So I'm gonna do some curved lines, kind of like this. And I'm gonna fill it. I'm gonna continue to fill the whole background with color. And you know, if you're using watercolors and you decide that you want to use crayons, there's nothing wrong with mixing. Like you can mix crayons for part of your art and use watercolors for another part of your art. Ooh, I almost colored over my mountains. I think I might make those, add a little brown to the mountains here. Let's see, just a little suggestion of brown. There we go. And let's see, what about, so I'll move to some orange. So I'm gonna move to orange now. Again, you can do any kind of background that you want. This is a completely silly and fun art project. And these, like I said, these colors will fade a little bit as they dry, and it will just blend a little nicer too. And now I'm going to move to why don't I move to like this is like an orangey yellow color right here. There we go. So I'll do this for a little ways up the paper. So I want to fill it all in. I like it when artwork has the whole background filled in. There we go. And then I think I will move to just pure yellow up at the top. It'll fade into that over here. You might want to do a couple of these drawings of birds and see which one you like best, or you could display them together side by side in your bedroom. That would be cute. I think they are very happy and fun looking. And if you want to, you can always take a picture of your art and send it to me. I keep my email up there on the screen in the bottom corner there, L Houston. And you can share your art with me so I can see. There we go. I might add some color into the clouds since this is such a colorful drawing. So here's the bottom part again. Starting to dry a little bit down there. I like the little birds in the distance. I think they're fun. It kind of gives the idea that there's like a whole colony of these birds living somewhere in some far off land. I'm gonna add a little blue to the clouds as well. There. And I was going to show you what I meant by you can add like some knees onto the birds. Okay, so if I were to draw another bird, let's see. Oh, I can use this paper. I'll just turn it over. So if I were to draw another one of these silly birds, and it's kind of this shape. Every time they're going to come out looking differently. Something like that. They look really strange without the beak. Okay, so a way to draw some silly knees would be like, you can draw a leg like this and then like create an open loop like that and then keep going all the way down and make the little feet like that. I think that's kind of funny. And then again, maybe we can make him walk. Oh yeah, let's do that. So again, we'll make a little leg like this, and the knee will be the joint, and we'll make his foot like be in the air. So we'll go back like this, and then he could be walking, like his foot is in the air. Isn't that silly? And then we could put the ground, like this would be the ground over here. There, I think that's fun too. Don't forget to decorate your birds. I know that I'm pretty much finished, but you may need more time to sit at your desk and finish your artwork. And if you didn't finish today, maybe you can have time later to finish your work. I'm just going to show you. I'm going to hold this up one more time so you can see the bottom. I have a horizon line here and just the silhouettes. If you want to show something is in the distance, just color it all black. It's like a shadow or a silhouette. I have a couple of mountains or hills there. I just made some little marks here to make it look like grass. And his feet are just very simple, just little marks like that. And I just used a variety of colors going up, and then I have some clouds. And that is pretty much the end of my video. So I hope you had fun creating some Salvador Dali inspired silly wiggly birds. Bye-bye. See you next time.